But anyway, so you would come round here and go to your residences, which I think is the next thing. I mean, I've been reorganizing the entire vault around the idea of finding and making residences for the settlers here, and I haven't actually got a single residence built.
Yes, I win again.
Oh, and I'm the type of guy who will never settle down. Where pretty girls are, well, you know that I'm around.
I'm pretty sure this is the area in question, the Bermuda Triangle area that is causing issues with my settlers. My settlers are appearing right here and seem strangely obsessed with this bit of wall. But it's where those slot machines are. I'm wondering if they're just so damn attracted to them that they're trying to get to them through the wall. The other option, of course, is maybe they're getting in and out of bed and clipping or something. So I'll move the beds away a little for now. Of course, the main task at the moment is to actually build some residences for these guys. But maybe just for now, we move these somewhere else. I mean, if that's what's causing the problem, then I perhaps just... I mean, if I put them there, they can't try to get through that wall. Because the stairs are here. Maybe it's just because there's a landing right on the other side of there that's the main problem. Let's put this one... That's when I started with them, actually, believe it or not. Let's take the power off this. Will she stop using it? Oh, no. Let's leave that. Let's just have a whole new conduit over here. Why not? Excuse me, can I? No, probably not. Alright. We'll move that when you're not using it again. You should stop using it. Now there's no power. Oh, what's your bet? She'll spend the rest of her life?
Huh?
She'll spend the rest of her life there now because there's no power. She can't switch it off. Oops. Will they keep trying to get... Has he changed his mind now? Now there's no free slot machine. I'm wondering if that's it. There's a free slot machine and it's so close to this wall, they come wandering past and they go, oh, slot machine! Slot machine! Slot machine! That's my best guess. Another option here, of course, is to have a doorway. I've got a little more open with my vault, removing the need to walk through security, except in actual fact they do walk through security here. That's residency block. I'm going to call that B. This is going to be A. You could argue that having a doorway to the residential block here does in fact make sense, rather than running through security all the time. That kind of would make sense. Then you could go upstairs if that's where you belong, or here.
Why blue?
And
I mean, would a yellow jumpsuit really be that bad?
Yeah. Wolverine jokes aside, I mean, we're going to...
I wonder how
I mean, look! They just really do not want
to go up top again, Overseer.
That's weird, isn't it? That is...
Does anybody need help with anything?
Only... Yeah, I need help teaching people how to walk around.
Out there.
Because that's what they're doing. They're not even going this way, which would make sense. I might need some more lights in that corridor, actually. They are trying to go through that gap. Okay.
You done with all your experiments?
Right, let's move this. Let's move this. Oh, God, no. Move it before someone uses it. Okay. Let's see if it's that, first of all. Although, at the moment, I'm beginning to think it's more than that. I'm beginning to have some serious thought. Let's move that. There. Have we lost lights somewhere? Yes, we... Oh, right, I haven't actually... This is going to be the room I have all the slot... Not slot machines. Actually, I'm going to have some slot machines in here. The Nuka-Cola entertainments. That's what I was thinking right here. Put them here. Okay, now we have the coverage again. It could be because the beds were there and they're just trying to get directly to them. But at least the slot machines are not there. I'm going to guess that they are still going to get trapped there. I'm so tempted to move it, but I want to wait 24 hours at least, see if they get over this. If they get over it, I may leave it, but actually, I may not anyway. I may change this to a simple doorway. I think that will actually work. And be easier. It means not having to go through security. Now that does mean when we invite people from the outside, they can wander around the residency. I suppose that's true in any settlement. They can wander around without going through security. But then they can do that now anyway. They can go up there, and theoretically, they could always have nipped into the kitchen, pretended to be a waiter, because that's universally the way you do it, isn't it? Whenever you want to sneak into a place, you just put a napkin over your arm, a towel of some sort, and act as though you belong in the kitchen, and then you're in the residential area. So, maybe that door...
Guess you're our...
But I'm going to leave it just to see how long they will actually stare at it. And whilst I'm doing that, I will start to build them residences. I'm going to start here. I am also going to change my residence. I have made a decision. He says, getting slightly distracted again, much to the annoyance of some people, I'm sure. Whilst thinking about the residencies, I did have some thoughts about my own residence, and I've come to the conclusion that I do want to change it. I'm going to have the hallway, then I'm going to have the main living room like this, but I'm going to extend it to in that direction. Actually, I'm even thinking of removing this corner piece. But I'm going to move it to in this direction. I'm going to move the kitchen to here. This is going to be the kitchen. I'm going to have a dining table there. Oh, I'm going to fix the flicker. I'm going to have a dining area here so we can have dinner. Yes, I am going to be an extravagant overseer. Whilst my poor settlers are in their 3x2 and 4x2 apartments, I'm going to be in a mansion-like apartment. Yeah, you feel so sorry for them, don't you? So that's where the kitchen's going to be. I'm going to have... What am I going to have there? Bedroom. That's where I'm going to put the bedroom and the bathroom. But I'm also going to make this into a hallway rather than domestic. I'm going to use probably the same I've got here. I may even have a completely open living room and have it wrap around here. We'll see. I'm going to change this because I'm generally not happy with it. So, with that in mind, and the reason I'm mentioning that is I'm now building the apartments on this side, so I need to consider that, he says, getting a little lost, when organising the space.
Anybody need help with anything?
I don't think it means the apartment's going to come out any further. It just means it's going to be one more in that direction, which I've got the room for, as you can see. And that is it, I think. That room there should be fine. Yeah, I mean... one in that direction, and we're laughing. So, I can actually just build this apartment directly under here, and it will not get in anyone's way. And in fact, this person could have a larger bathroom. This is going to be a single apartment. Double apartments are going to be 4x2. Single apartments are going to be 3x2. So, let's get building. I really don't know if I want the... sort of residential, domestic, what does it call them? Does it call them residences? Quarters. I don't know if I want quarters or if I want common room. It's the quarters, they just look a little, well, slightly childish. They do. They look a little like a kiddie room, and I don't know, actually. It may be nice for certain rooms, but the thing is this does not look like a a house. This kind of looks more like a house, I suppose. I mean, I suppose it could be a non-kiddie room if you're into sort of gaudy wallpaper and brown floors. I'm not particularly, but this looks like the sort of bunk room you would expect on a ship, or dare I say it, in a vault. So I'm really torn on how I want my apartments to look. I think this possibly looks cozier though. This looks friendlier, and we do have a lot of different and fairly grey looking common rooms. Honestly, I think I should go for the quarters just so that you instantaneously know you're in quarters rather than in, you know, in a common room. It's an odd thing to say, but having some difference, I think, makes a difference. It's not that bad, actually. We've got a little toilet with a sink in here. I sort of have to decide whether I'm happy with the edge. This is the problem with using these corridor pieces for small cupboard rooms. They look okay when they're straight rooms, but not so good when they're, you know, when you corner them. But I couldn't actually put an end piece in because the... oh god. There is a piece of wall there on the other side, so I couldn't do that. I really just... I wish there were some dead-end pieces or single rooms. I don't think there's any way around that problem. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But, like, for example, are there any atrium pieces I could use here instead? You know, just... probably not, because the atrium pieces really do...
You gotta try the slot
No,
machine. It's
oh,
the best.
it will let me do that. Okay. I mean, probably not going to work, is it? It's probably not going to work because, of course, I would need an atrium... God. I'd need an atrium door piece there, and they just don't want to fit in. There is, of course, the clipping there, but we might not see that once we get... I could go... This... Are you going to let me... It's not... No, I don't think it does because of the building above it. Nah, I didn't think so. Maybe if I do it before I put the floor in. No, I'm pretty sure this is not actually going to work. So you either have a room piece, and that's...
I win again.
I mean, that's... Oh, right. I've got a door in. You can't have doors when you try to snap. And I don't need the doorway end cap if I'm going to... Oh, right, yeah. Now, it took me a while to get that actually working, so I've probably just made my life miserable and have to redo all that again. Ah, the end cap now snaps into place. What about that one? Ah, right. So I could do this. The problem is there's just no... There's no way to actually get this working, I think. I may be wrong, but for example, yeah,
Just can't
snap.
lose.
I don't think I can have any of the wall pieces when I do that. Oh, could I be wrong? Could I be wrong? No, it snaps. Snaps in the side though, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Wait a minute. It's probably going to be utterly horrific when we check up on it on the other side. However, it's an idea. All this so I have nice looking toilets. Now let's start with... Oh, it won't place that at the moment because I don't have the... Well, what happens if I put an end piece in first? This one. There. Can I now put a floor? Yes, I can. I can put a floor now. Can I now put the single pieces of wall in? Or is that even a good idea? No, I tell you what, it's probably a better idea. Oh, no, it's not going to slot in. Of course it's not. How about I do it first? Sometimes.
I win again.
I think the ceiling could be my downfall. That could be my downfall in this particular case. It's... Yeah, these manual ceilings, that's one of the things I found, having a normal... Well, in this case is actually a utility hall, but it's the same for those as well. You can't have them on top of atriums. It is possible, but it takes a lot of messing around, and there's quite often noticeable clipping. So it really, really doesn't want to do that, does it? And for example, if I go for common room and like go and snap into place, go snap. It's like it just got it right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there are no common room wall pieces now. Best case. Oh, wait a minute. Let's have a think. If I did that, like.
I just can't lose.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work, is it? It's just not. This is the big problem in the end. I end up with these horrible walls like this, just to get internal rooms, and it just does not work at all. You know, I mean, I can place this one in here, and then I get a vague feeling of a room, but not right there. You need rooms to be 4x4 if you're going to have them, unless you're okay with... I mean, oddly enough, it's not... No, it doesn't look sealed. It does not look sealed. I think, in spite of it all, I still prefer my little room trick here. I think it just works better. What other pieces are there, though? I think that's the best compromise, where the copper line is basically not in existence at the back where the toilet is. You could say this is a drain of some sort in case someone has an accident. It'll drain off or something. I don't know. But there you go. You got a toilet. You got a sink. A little private... We don't have a door. You don't have a door. You don't have a bit of a private place, although it's your own apartment, I guess. Right. Honestly, I think this is not too bad. I mean, by the standards of the wasteland, this is absolute luxury, isn't it? I mean, anyone who complains about this as an apartment is really a bit of a, you know... Well, I don't want to be rude, but I'm probably going to be. Let's think. I'm thinking that the bed is going to be over here. Let's just make sure it's not too off. I think the bed's going to be over there. I'm going to have... I'll tell you what, let's actually put some furniture down just for our first one. A sofa, maybe. I'll tell you, the other thing we need is like not a TV desk. Yes, that's a dresser. I mean, yeah, they probably need a dresser and a wardrobe. Let's give them a... Oh, is there... Oh, these are all for the vault. Okay, wooden stuff in the vault. Hamper. This is all vault stuff. Yeah, alright, don't worry about it too much. Okay, so we have a bit of a dresser. We'll put it a little more over here. No, I like it centre. They can also use it as a bedside table for now. I'm really, really overthinking this. I know. Shush. And there was a wardrobe right at the start, wasn't there? They look a bit... bureau, they call it. That just looks a bit... well, not neat, essentially. It doesn't look very neat at all. What else we got? These are all crappy containers, basically. We've got a vault trunk. Maybe that's something they want. Vault trunk for Vault 88. What's this? That's a scroll one. Let's give them a vault trunk. And were there any other containers? There is a desk. Maybe they want a desk. Maybe they want a desk. Who knows? I would have thought... that looks more like the sort of vault dresser I'm used to. But I was hoping for a wardrobe, to be honest. Let's kill that off then and place this, which does look more like a vault dresser, and a locker. They're gonna want... I do like that dresser though, and a hamper.
You gotta try this lock.
We don't have a washing room, do we? We need a laundrette. We need a laundrette. I can't believe I never thought of a laundrette. Let's make that a little more. Let's actually maybe just stick that at the end of the bed, like a foot locker. No, bit too much, isn't it? Yes, it is. We'll just place that there for now. Or yes, I'm obsessing over the placement of stupid containers. I just want to get some sort of feel for it. That's all. Little bed area. I was thinking of having a desk over here. The important thing is that I was wanting to have a table for the TV. Coffee table. Looking for a TV table. Yes. That's where you start your planning. That's where you start your planning when you're planning your living accommodation, isn't it? You start with coffee table, end table. I mean... oh, wait a minute. That's the sort of thing, isn't it? Right, now we need a TV. And... is that under miscellaneous? I think it is. These are kind of crappy ones. I think there are nicer ones. Yeah. Oh, they stand by themselves. Oh, no, they don't. There's this one. There is this one. Actually, the ones that stand by themselves are probably actually nicer. Okay. That can be pushed back a little. Yes, it can. Let's put that in the corner there, and a sofa. Got to have a sofa. Must have sofa. Were there any nice versions of the sofas that came with Vault-Tec? Hello? That's actually kind of... is that clean? No, that looks pretty ripped, actually. There must be some nice sofas. I want to use those in my cafeteria, but they look pretty crappy. Okay, these are Vault-Tec. They are nice. Hello, a couch.
I just can't
A
lose.
couch. I mean, this is what you want, isn't it? You want a couch. Something like that, and maybe one chair, like so. Let's move it a little closer. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly placed, he says. Probably about to do precisely that. And a vault end table, or... yeah, I mean, I need to place more interesting furniture for them. Tables. Which one's that? Okay. No, I wanted a coffee table or this end table. Somewhere to put your coffee, your drink. It's what you need. You definitely do. Or we could actually have a coffee table. Some Some people like to have a coffee table between them and the TV. Let's just check how that would be. You have your coffees on it. I think it's a bit too much. Or it'd have to be placed at a sort of a funny angle. And then you could play your board games on it. Maybe that's what I should do. Or should I just go for a small... No, end table's not that much. Put the end table there. Or is that a bedside cabinet type? There you go. And let's... What we could do is have... Where was the desk? We did have a desk. Or does that come under some other type of furniture? No. There we go. We had a desk like... No, I didn't like that. There was a better desk. It didn't come under containers, did it? It did not come under containers. It was part of the table, surely. Probably wasn't now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, no, that's a desk. Fairly crappy looking one. It was that, wasn't it? That's what I was...
You gotta try this.
I mean, I might remove some of this furniture. I'm just trying to make it look a little... Nah, desk shouldn't be there, should it? I think that if anything, the desk should be... I said I'm not going to make this perfect, but I'm going to spend an hour and a half making it not perfect. Oh, God. No, I need help. The hamper. This is probably where you store all your dirty underwear. That can go in a corner. You don't need to be able to see that. And...
I win again.
Let's have a think. Locker, probably best off over here then. What do we think? And then the trunk. I think the trunk feels a little large. You know, kind of. I sort of feel like this is also getting in the way of the bed. So the person's going to say, "That's a nice bed. I wish I could sleep in it." You know, if it weren't for all this bloody furniture you put in the way. You've got a locker, you've got a trunk, and you've got your... I liked the drawers central. It bothers my sense of symmetry when it's off like that. It sort of needs to be kind of central. Yes, it does. And we can put that there. What should be in the corner really is a lamp, isn't it? That's what we should have there. We should have a kind of reading lamp style thing. Something like this. Or... That's kind of not that nice, is it? The silver one actually looked more high-tech and cleaner. Possibly wasn't, but... Okay, let's just... I actually want to turn that. Yes, I do. I want it to shine down on the desk. There's an extra light. And I need a chair. I need an office chair, maybe? Maybe a nice office chair for the person to sit in. They were all the way over here. What a grown-up chair. Do you write all your stuff down? Okay, so what have you got here? You've got loads of storage space, more than you probably need, to be honest. I'm not liking the vault trunk. I'm not. I don't like the rug. No, I don't. But the other options are a bit brutal as well. I mean, we've got maybe that just when you come in. But what else did we have? We had things like that. I want something more like that. Something that's not ripped, but that's maybe a little larger. I mean, I can place that there. And then the coffee table just sits over it. I suppose it sort of looks a little more... But there's kind of no point having a coffee table at that point, is there? Maybe if you had your coffee table over at the side and then... I suppose you could do that and then have some vases. There are some end tables if you really want your drink right next to you. Like... Where was it? It was right at the end. They actually look pretty cool. I could sort of envisage... Like that. There you go. Just have like... Something like that. And then you get your drink. And then probably you'd want one as well. So you'd have something on that. You're getting a bit too much now. Too much for this small room. They've got a TV, they've got a sofa, they've got an armchair. You can have a couple of friends around to watch the test screen. There's a bed, a desk, some containers. There's lots of lights. I think I'd like to do a better job putting the furniture out. But it's not the worst job ever. And it's an apartment. What I need now... You are a farmer. You are now going to be assigned a bed.
Okay.
The resource is now assigned. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I want to see you in your apartment. That sounded weird and creepy, but it was meant in a completely not weird and creepy way. You're not going to do it, are you? You're all hanging around. It's probably work time, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's probably work time. And I'm telling you, go to your room. This is not bad. Come on. This is... Oh, God. Wrong. Wrong. I thought it was in the... what's the menu? This is your very own, perfectly safe, clean apartment. It doesn't have any rugs. It needs... pictures. It needs a lot of personal belongings. It looks like an IKEA showcase at the moment, but it's got plumbing, toilet, water. This is probably one of the best places to live in the Commonwealth right now. And apart from me, you're the only person who actually has an apartment here. I really want automatically closing doors. But that's it. That is actually this particular...
I win again.
I'm doing it. I was going to say, that is this level complete. And that's kind of true. And we're going to move up here next and make some double apartments. And some single ones, obviously. But we'll start with... I'm going to build this entire wing as high as I can before I start on the other residential block. Yes, I am. I'm going to see how many I can make. But before I do that, I think I've got to do something about this. It is quite simply doing my head in. Okay. What? You're not going to come this way now, are you? Could you at least go away so that I've got some room? Please? Really? You actually need help getting up those stairs. You probably do, don't you? Alright, I'm going to need a four-way, but before I do that, let's put the atrium piece in. He says, going to the wrong area. Oh, if you guys end up... After I do this, if you guys end up hanging around this one little bit of corridor, well, at least you won't be staring at a wall, I guess. I suppose. Small mercies type thing. And now I need... it's the four-way without doors. Oh, you guys are not going to let me put this in. You're not going to let me put this in. Oh, no. It's not you that's stopping me. Okay. Well, come on. Come on, move. Pretty please, could you move? Fine, you can stay in the pillar. My vault is quite literally built on the bones and flesh of the settlers who are going to live here. Is there a flicker? Of course there's a flicker. Of course there's a flicker. Let's put that away and then redo it. I may have to do this several times. You're famished from lack of food. You're famished from lack of food and irritated by lack of texture stability. The truly aggravating thing is the utility end cap does not seem to have the same problem, except it clips through anything that's not utility. I mean, it's kind of what I've done in one of the areas in there, and honestly, I'm sort of regretting it because of that clipping. I will actually show you, but it doesn't share the flicker problem. It was here. Yeah, this is. I've got the utility one here, but oh yeah, you can see it. It is actually clipping. It's more than a little frustrating. Now, the fix for this is not that hard. The fix for this is to essentially replace this entire corridor with utility. That's not a big problem, actually. That I can do here, and that I probably will do. If I remember, I'm going to remember, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it now. You know why? Because the flicker, if the very idea that that flicker might remain, and I may one day never remember and come back and see it and think, oh no. Oh yeah, you have to get rid of the door first. To get rid of the door, place the end cap in. Probably have to move this first. Oh no, that is just truly aggravating. Oh no, there it is. There's the flicker. Here's the thing. That's a domestic end cap with a utility thing. And I thought for a second it didn't have the flicker. It does. It's just on the other side. Okay. Honestly, it just, the domestic end caps, when you're connecting to other domestic things, domestic end cap to domestic utility is just, it's just not an option. It has that horrible flicker. Utility to utility, I think, is better. I say this, let's hope like hell that is true. Will that work? Because this is actually a domestic piece. That would be... Oh, God, let's hope this actually works. Okay, utility. And then I want the utility door to hallway. Hallway to door. This way around. Okay. Oh, no, please don't. No, no flicker there. Right, so if I'm doing connections between two pieces of corridor and they're not single doorway to hallway. If it's doorway to hallway or it comes with its own end cap built in, you're fine. It's when you add these end caps to existing pieces like this three-way. It's just really aggravating. So now I do need to put the door back. That's not the end of the world. Get rid of it. It's no longer clipping. We're now in a utility area. Although we're not. It's only utility here. Should I replace all of this with utility? I mean, this is it. You don't actually need utility everywhere. No, I should replace it. It's just, it's wrong otherwise, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop avoiding the inevitable and do what you know you're going to do already. So this is all now utility door. Oh, I can click it there. This is all utility door now. Did you even put a door there? No, you did not. That makes sense. I mean, it does make sense that this is a utility area currently, as long as I don't decide to add another residential area down there. Having this as utility kind of works anyway. You're going down to the downstairs warehouse, and I want the sort of feeling of the utility area leads to areas where most people should not be going, and we don't have clipping, and we don't have any funny textures. Right. So, how to fix what are you doing? How to... Okay. That's not exactly where... I was secretly hoping it was right here. Yes, I was. I was hoping I was right there. But I don't think I can do that because this piece here and this piece here are about as far over here as possible. Let's have a look. Somebody suggested that trick. It's kind of cheating. It is kind of cheating, isn't it? It is. No, actually, I can move that, can't I? I can move that. So if I can move that... Let's just move it now. No, I can't. I can't because I can't move this. It's... Yikes. It's this thing here. That's the reason I can't do that. This can't be on this unless I get rid of this bit of the room. Oh, no, I can't because there is a door. No, there's not a door. Well, there is, isn't there? Aren't these two rooms? Oh, no, right, yeah, this is the storage room, isn't it? This is the storage room. This is the... Or am I in the wrong place? No, this is the classroom. This is the gym. Oh, no, there isn't. This is the... I could do that. I could do that. I could move that. And then... I could have... the doorway here? Oh, no, that would cause even more problems, wouldn't it? Because then I need a four-way here. Mind you, that's... That probably would be okay. That probably would be okay. We'd have to move this entire thing over. No, it's that piece. This one piece will not go, which is why I have to have it there, and that's why this... Unless, of course, we totally and utterly remove this stairway, because we now have a stairway here. And this could be how we get upstairs. That would free up the need to even have this. And yeah, that's an option, I suppose. This does, of course, mean there's only one way up there as opposed to two, but it uses the space up there better as well because we will have, well, less stairways. You've seen how stairways can get in the way. It would have been a tiny bit of a pain here, especially trying to connect these areas. We would have had to have had a T-junction here, and then another T-junction here, and then more corridors. Let's have a look. 3. I mean, it could have done it. Definitely could have done it. It wasn't out of the question. But having this one allows us to have a lot more of the double rooms, I think. If I've got this planned right. And more importantly, that would allow me to... Please tell me you're not flickering, that's the thing here. It would allow me to have... I'm worried about the four-way here, but I think it should be okay. Domestic three-way. This is the domestic four-way. That's what we'd be having instead. We need to get rid of the door. Domestic four-way. Still sure there's tons of jokes being cracked about that. Oh my god, go away! I'm trying to place stuff. Oh, these guys are like... Oh. Problem is I can't... Oh, I can place it that way, but I can't place it the other way. I want to place it that way. Oh, come on, guys. Just do me a favour. Go that way. That way. But it won't let me place the end cap when I do that. And I have a feeling even if it did, it would probably... Oh, come on, guys. Just... GTFO. Oh, God. Go. Go, 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 go. Fall. Shoving you through. Really? Come on.
You gotta try this slot machine. It's the best.
Okay, that is looking good. That is looking good. I had to replace
Need fixing
this
up.
piece
Let's get a look at it.
and place it after I placed this piece. So now what we've got is a stairway up to the second floor that also comes to the... I know it's dark, I've cut off the power. To the atrium area. And this is probably how people should be coming in and out of... No flicker? No flicker. How people should be coming in and out of this residential block, which is completely opposite the other residential block, which just feels balanced. It does. It feels balanced. Although that side's a little less interesting because, of course, you have to go round to get somewhere. Close the door just to... Yeah, I should fix those lights. So now they can just come straight from the residential block, straight to the atrium. They don't have to go through security or that sort of a thing. It's a little complicated here, I feel. They can come downstairs. If you're going to from the overseas to the residential area, you come here and then you go round. I did contemplate actually having a doorway here as well. And indeed, when I was having trouble with the shimmering, one thought I had was you would have a corner here that would go into this corridor here, and it would block off there, so there'd be a wall here. And then there'd just be a normal hall piece here, and that doesn't have any of the flicker problems. So that would have actually worked. And indeed, I could still put a T-piece there and a T-piece there, and it has an odd effect, actually. I'll show you. I kind of almost like it. I think it makes it a little easier to navigate, and... Come on. It's still so difficult. There, right. It makes it oddly a tiny bit easier to navigate. You'll see why if I can get it snapping in place. I've been having so much trouble with the snapping right now. I think it's the more piece. You can see it's there, but it's so... You move past it. You got it right. Okay. So... And I might leave it like this. This feels a little... Right, so you go into the residential area and it's almost like a hallway. Now, there are other pieces. Oh, that's what they're for, isn't it? That's what those pieces are for. We've got... the big problem... Yeah, no, it's... You can't have them in corners. That would be the major problem. So this is, I think, a reasonable option. You come in here and you can either go down there or keep going around and go up to the next floor. I'm actually going to connect this right now because, believe it or not, that's why we don't have any power anywhere. Okay, I think that is actually going to work. It's going to make it easier to get from residential block A to B. You pretty much just run straight across. There is a sense of symmetry to it, except for the fact that on that side there is a dead-end corridor because you have to turn and go up. And over here there's a toilet. But you know, it means the kids who live on that side can come running over here to the classroom without having to go through security in the morning. I actually kind of like this bit. I think this is kind of... I might try and do that more often.
I just can't lose.
Just, you know, you can get around the settlers. I'm hoping now the settlers are not going to get stuck here. We can live in hope, although you probably detect a slight edge of skepticism. Not exactly the smartest bunch of settlers ever known to man. But maybe they're cranky with me. Maybe they're grumpy because I haven't finished making them some decent apartments. So that's what I'm going to do now. I am going to... Guys, the lights downstairs are going to go off again, I'm afraid. I'm unplugging everyone. That's probably a bit of a weakness, isn't it? It's,
I win again.
I unplug a bit of the... You know, I probably shouldn't worry about things like that too much. It's hardly like that's going to be a regular occurrence, is it? You're hardly going to get one of the maintenance staff saying, I was busy moving entire corridors and the lights went off.